What's in my mind today, Patria K, is this initiative by the PSOJ and the bankers and the MSME Alliance and all of them, really to collaborate to design products specifically for small businesses. And I'm sure this is exciting to you as a small manufacturer yourself. And like many of you, I saw that video that went viral on social media with Keith Duncan and David Noel and them. And I got excited. I'm like, oh, this looks good. This is great. But I was waiting for specifics from the video. I'm like, okay, so what next? This is a pretty video, but what next? What are they actually going to do? So we interviewed them here on the program. Was you and I that morning, Pat?
No.
Me and Dennis. And we got a better idea of what exactly they were planning to do. And then they also did another video outlining some more of those details. And I got really excited then. And so I made it my business to attend the first workshop on Wednesday of this week, even though I still wasn't feeling so well. You guys know I've been out this week. I've been, kind of sick. But I wanted the information for both personal and professional reasons, because I'm actually embarking on a little journey as we speak, launching a business venture, and you'll hear more about it in the coming months on my social media. There'll be some partnership with Nationwide as well. Don't worry, I'm not leaving Nationwide, so don't get too concerned. But I wanted to start preparing myself mentally for that space, so I made it my business to attend this particular event. And I thought this might be a good place to hear some startup stories and make some good connections. But what I heard, Patria K, it actually frightened me.
Why?
Maybe more than it motivated me.
Why?
At least in the beginning. Because when it came time for the questions and the comments section, the line at the mic was all the way to the back of the room. It quickly became clear that people were lined up to vent. They had a lot of frustrations that they wanted to express. And these small businesses, some of them, for the first time, were in the room face to face with some of the people that they probably been wanting to confront for a long time, who've made things extremely difficult for their businesses, who've made them miss opportunities and lose business, when in fact the banks are supposed to be doing exactly the opposite. Now, some of you may have heard Michelle Smith, the CEO of Chocolate Dreams. That clip was played on Nationwide at 5, but for those who didn't hear it, here was what she expressed at the event.
Behind the PR of a bank with the MSME is zero. It's empty. There's nothing there. I got approval from a financial institution here in Jamaica, October 27th. The disbursement came to me on January 31st. It left me unprepared for Christmas, the biggest season of the year, unprepared for Valentine's Day, my bigger season of the year. It has left me in a very vulnerable position. I emailed the heads of the bank, including the chairman. I've never got a response. The banks, they don't understand SMEs, because guess what? The business bankers, they sit in the office in their suit and tie. Do you think that they know what Chocolate Dreams is? They have no clue. They've never been there. So I heard the bank manager say, I visit every month and once a month. They do not know their customers. That's the first thing. You don't know. You don't know that I have 2 hotels that are waiting on me to supply them with chocolate, and I can't, because you don't care. You care about the PR of your bank. My brand is big because I have taken the risk. What risk are you taking? None.
That's Preach, Michelle.
Listen, and you heard the applause in the room, the support she got. I sat there listening, and goose pimples came over my skin. I'm like, is this what it's really going to be like?
Her stories want to be told one day. Michelle, I celebrate you.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm like, how can you approve the loan in October and don't disperse till the end of January and have this lady miss the entire Christmas busy season
and Valentine's
and not be ready in time for Valentine's, and yet you're still going to expect her to pay back the loan on time? It's madness. Now, Nevada Powell, who was the facilitator of the event, made the point that a lot of these banking products aren't fit for purpose. And that was a big point at the event. And Chocolate Dreams was a prime example. A loan disbursement that doesn't take into account the client's busiest sales period isn't fit for purpose. And likewise, many other loans for small businesses. You have to order in August for your items to be here in time for Christmas. And you're not going to sell the items until December. But the bank gives you the funds in August. They're going to expect repayment starting September. You haven't sold anything yet. You probably haven't even received the shipment yet. It's not something that's designed with the business in mind. And so these are the things that the workshop was designed to address. The afternoon session was about the MSMEs and the banks and the partner agencies like DBJ and Exim Bank sitting side by side and crafting solutions. And let me tell you about these partner agencies. A lot of them already have great products that can really provide assistance.
Good morning to the folks at Exim. I know they do.
I was going to say, Exim already does receivables financing, for example.
And you can get a 6 months moratorium on the loan to be able to take into consideration the fact that there is a lag between when I order and when I sell.
Right, and that's fit for purpose. The Ministry of Industry and Commerce also has a great program that one of the small businesses spoke out about in the comments section that their business benefited from greatly. They paid 40% of his staff's salary for the first, I'm not sure how long, but how many people know about these things? The awareness is not widespread. And so that's part of it too, getting the information out there to the people who need it. Half the battle is knowing. I know, Pat, you had an idea one time to do a business type show about exactly that, sharing the information of the opportunities that already exist for small businesses, because there are many of them. And if the commercial banks now actually implement the recommendations designed at these workshops over the next year, this could really be a game changer for Jamaica. And we know the banks have their agenda. They're forced now to turn to small businesses because they no longer have the luxury and the ease of government paper. But regardless of the reason, at least the needs will hopefully finally be met. And I'm hopeful that the banks will actually follow through because they have a vested interest in doing so now. The BOJ keeps slashing interest rates so their margins aren't spectacular anymore. Policy has been changing. The cash reserve requirement has been reduced. So the banks have all this cash and they need to lend that money in order to make money. And that's why you've been seeing all the competition for mortgages and car loans, all 110% financing being offered. I even saw fertility loans being advertised. But largely, the space is untapped for small businesses. They pay some of the highest interest rates out there when they can get credit at all. Keith Duncan said only about 1 in 10 small businesses have a bank loan. But they're still the engine of growth for this country, even without the bank's help. So imagine what they can do with the bank's help. Because the engine of growth, they're the engine of growth, but it isn't a whole lot if growth is only 1%.
You know, I don't want to hijack you what's on my mind, but I do have to say this. I heard Nigel Clark speaking the other day, and he said, you know, they want to get the index for opening businesses in Jamaica. They want to rank us even higher. Right now, we're ranked at 6th. And I thought, opening a business is not the issue in Jamaica. Keeping a business open is the real issue in Jamaica. And I'm going to go back to the fact that at Companies Office of Jamaica, the things that are a secret need to be communicated at that point. Yeah. When I open the business, say this and this and this and this is here for you to support you. Go forth.
But we need to put in the work. We've got to put in the work. That's what's on my mind.